It's 102.3 Blake FM, and we're talking to Kevin Fowler today. His brand new album, How Country Are Ya, is out today. And Kevin, I'm excited for you. I mean, we got a copy of the album about a week ago. I've had a chance to listen to it. It sounds real good.
Thank you, man. You know, we worked our tails off on this record. You know, the whole idea here is to go back to making records the way we did 12 and 14 years ago, making records like my Beer Bait and Ammo, all my big records. You know, we made them right here at home, and I wrote them with just my buddies. We weren't running to Nashville to cut with the latest and greatest studio musician, you know, using my band on it. And that's kind of what we want to do with this, is kind of take it back old school and kind of do it the way we used to do it. And, you know, just make a record just for the fans, you know. You know, the last several records have been on big national labels, and it's been very refreshing to go back and just do one on my own label and call all the shots and just really enjoying making music again. It's kind of cool.
Would you say that this one did it take more time or less time than doing them, you know, in the major label studios did?
Oh, it took a lot more time. You know, that's the thing about how people do this. The records in Nashville, you can go in with the latest and greatest studio cat and whoop out a record in 2 days, but you know, you don't get that attention to detail and that, you know, that different sound. You know, we're looking for something a little different, you know, than just what everybody else sounds like, and that's why, you know, I wanted to use my band on it, and my drummer produced it. It's just a great record, and man, I'll stand it up against anything I've done to date, and I'm just really proud of this record. It's a goodie.
Well, you had a lot of people who came in and helped you out in this album, you know, either appearing on it or helping co-write some different songs. What all got all those other people incorporated? Man,
you know, I just kind of called all my buddies and told them, I said, hey, man, I'm gonna write the new Kevin Fowler record at my ranch. I've got a ranch outside of Austin, and I invited everybody out to come down and write for a night and spend the night and, you know, have a cold beer, eat a steak, write some songs, and just keep it low stress. You know, a lot of times when you go write in Nashville or somewhere, it's all rush, you know, and I just invited everybody down to come down and let's try to write the perfect Kevin Fowler record, and I think that's exactly what we did.
Well, and also, you know, a lot of them, not just in the writing, but also appearing on it. You got Cody Johnson on the album, Amy Rankin from the Rankin Twins, Earl Dibbles Jr. on the intro. Real quality stuff. Was there anybody on there who you particularly were like, man, this is someone I have to work with on this album?
Man, my buddy Davin James, you know, he's like one of Texas' best-kept secrets. I really wanted to do something with him. So we wrote a little song there called Chicken Wing, and we did it acoustic, just the two of us sitting down with acoustic guitars, staring at each other in the studio. You can even hear the sound crew and they're snickering when we're making jokes and stuff. It's just a fun, really, really neat little track, and I've always wanted to work with him, so we got that done. And you know, me and Cody Johnson, he's like my favorite new up and comer. He and I work together a lot, and we wrote a song called Guitars and Guns. What else could any redneck need, right? So we wrote Guitars and Guns, and he came in and
Beer Bait and Ammo, and you got everything.
Part of it. It's kind of right up the same alley, man. The Guitars and Guns, little Beer Bait and Ammo, and it got him on that. But it's just that was the whole theme of the record. We should just call the record "Me and All My Rowdy Friends," you know.
Well, I mean, it's already been doing pretty good. The lead single went to #1 on the Texas charts. The "How Country Are You" the song. What else are we going to be seeing off of this album?
Man, there's a song that I really like that I did with Amy Rankin. It's called "Before Somebody Gets Hurt," that me and David Lee Murphy wrote, and I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't the next single. It's just a great, well-rounded, well-written song, and she came in, and I think she just nailed it. So that may be one. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to pick a perfect one. You know, there's a song in there called "Panhandle Poor Boy" that I wrote about growing up in Amarillo, Texas. That is probably my favorite song on the record. So they got plenty of options. That's a good thing.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to, hear the new songs again next time you come to Wichita Falls. I mean, you come through here quite often, so I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon. I do have one more question for you, and this one's not related to the album at all. This is just something we want to know, okay?
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, if you had to get in a fight with either a horse the size of, a duck the size of a horse, or 100 horses the size of ducks, which one would it be?
That is the weirdest damn question I heard in my life.
It's tough. It's
How about
tough.
a duck the size of a horse?
One duck the size of a horse. That's a big duck, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
that I'm gonna have to think about that one. Kind of, you almost kind of Was that kind of like a stump the chump kind of question or something?
It's just I'm not gonna lie, I stole it from the internet, but I wanted to see what you would say to it, Kevin. So we'll go with the one big duck.
One big duck. I'll take a one big duck.
It's Kevin Fowler, his new album How Country Are Ya? It's out today. Thanks for checking in with us again, Kevin.
Thank you, guys. Check it out, and should every Wally World in town should have it, as does iTunes.
Very cool. It's 102.3 Blake FM.
Thank you, buddy.